Creativity flows through me.
Welcome to the JesseAF show, where imagination and reality collide.
Take a step, but watch out. It can get a little weird.
Hey everybody, my name is Jesse Grossbohlin and welcome to the JesseAF show. Today is Wednesday, October 23rd, 2019, episode 252. I post daily on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, and YouTube. So if you have any of those platforms, please consider subscribing. That way you get notifications for whenever I post a new episode. It fell. Creativity is in the air. And what I mean by that is creativity surrounds me. I am always trying to be creative. I'm always trying to illustrate life and what's going on in it. And this podcast is a really good way for me to produce my content or to publish my content. And TikTok is too, because I think it's really, really fun creating videos. Because videos really do speak a million words. And what I mean by that is I basically started a on my school bus kind of journey with TikTok, with what goes on a school bus kind of thing. I'm not using any kids. I'm just using me. I'm the crazy one on the bus. And how to act on a school bus, and how to sit on a school bus rules, and how to get off a school bus safely, how to cross in front of a school bus safely, how to get on a school bus safely, and how to wait for your school bus safely. I think all these things are very important, and because TikTok is really devoted to children and it's in their landscape, they consume most of the content on there. I think it's really important to basically try to affect those kids that are watching the TikTok videos that do go on a school bus and they're like, I should probably listen to this because it could save my life one day. Because honestly, people do run school bus red lights, and it's a real big issue. We're trying to stop them every single day with our horn beeping, but it never really works. Most of the time, they just keep staring off into the middle of nowhere, and they just keep driving through, and I'm laying on the horn, and they just keep going. And then there are the people that are like, I'm sorry, I don't know. What don't you know? I have stop signs out. They're flashing red lights. I've got flashing red lights up here. I'm big, yellow, and scary. And I'm laying on my horn. I mean, honestly, can you please just stop for me? It's ridiculous. No car ran my reds this morning, but they have run my reds before. So I think it's really important to get to the children that are on school buses, on TikTok, and actually try to affect them and teach them something new, something that maybe their school bus driver hasn't taught them. I'm going to go through all the safety procedures for a school bus. What happens if there's a fire on a school bus? What happens if the bus roll over? All these different kinds of things. Because it's really important. Because I think that spreading information, spreading knowledge is probably the best thing I could do on TikTok. Not just being crazy or stupid or whatever else. I think it's important to affect people, to affect children that are watching TikTok videos and really make a change, make a difference. And then I'm not leaving the parents alone. No, I'm not leaving drivers alone, because I'm also going to be creating videos based on what to do when you see a school bus doing this, what to do when you see a school bus doing that. And I think it's really important because I'm parked on the side of the road sometimes with my four-way flashers on, my hazard lights, and I have cars just sitting behind me waiting. They're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm parked on the side of a road. My stop signs are not out. No flashing ambers. Nothing. Just my four-way hazard lights. Every car has them. And I have them on because I have to. I have to have these lights on when I'm pulled over because guess what? I can pull back into the road whenever I need to. Turn the four-way flashers off. Turn the blinker on. Merge into traffic. It makes sense. Just because it's a school bus, just because we're stopped on the side of the road, does not mean you have to hold up traffic. I've heard stories where there are school buses that are parked in a parking lot and someone's holding up all the traffic because they saw a school bus stopped. Just because they saw a school bus stopped. Just because we're stopped doesn't mean we're loading and unloading children. When you see stop signs, when you see red flashing lights, you stop. Just because a school bus is stopped on the side of the road does not mean you have to stop and wait for us. It's ridiculous. And I think it's really important to bring these topics forward, to really influence people on TikTok and do something that nobody else is doing, because I do not see any other school bus drivers on TikTok. Do you really think a school bus driver is going to be on TikTok? I mean, honestly, you hear the kids all the time talk about TikTok. Oh, this video, it's really funny. And you maybe sometimes even hear the TikTok videos in the background, and you're like, what are they doing on that phone? I think it's really important to be able to be a school bus driver young enough to affect children, because they look at me and they're like, oh, he's one of our peers kind of thing, you know? Not really. I'm 23 years old. I'm not school age. But because I'm on TikTok, because I have children that are interested in listening to me, I think I can affect change. I think I can create change. And it's really important to pass on this knowledge to children. What happens if a school bus had an electrical line fall on it and the school bus started going up in flames? What do? How do you get off the bus safely? How do you get off a bus safely in general? Through any of the emergency exits. I think this stuff is really important. And to be able to teach children what goes on a school bus, how to really do these things in a safe manner, an effective way, I think I'm going to save lives. I think I'm honestly going to save lives. And creativity is something that I have in general, and I'm using my creativity not only for YouTube, not only for Instagram, not only for my business, but for the well-being of other children, because I think it's important to save and protect other children, to teach them knowledge, because I am a teacher. I love teaching people new things. I have taught people many different things. I've taught people how to use Photoshop, how to use Lightroom, how to drive a car, how to plug in their router, how to work a computer, how to restart a computer, how to restart their phone, whatever it is. I've taught people a lot of different things. I am a teacher by nature. And I think that with my capabilities of teaching people, I think I can really put a positive impact on the TikTok community by creating these really interesting videos. Today's video was all about school bus drivers and that one kid that just won't sit down, and they're just jumping all over the place and screaming, and it's really a carnival act. But you know what? It's really serious, because these kids, there are a lot of them that there's always one kid on that bus that's just off his rocker, just jumping all over the place. I know there's that one kid. I know you know it too. Your kid may be that kid. They may be, or you may have been that kid. You never know. I know that when I was on a school bus, I would always stand up in the back, and I'd act like I was surfing in the back of the school bus in the middle. I had a first student driver as my school bus driver, so they never really did anything about it. So, yeah, whatever. I hope you guys really enjoyed today's episode. I know I did. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you have a really great day.